Hello, this is a bridge. Isn't it lovely? It's located in a strange place known as Spalding in Lincolnshire, and it costs £50 million as part of a £110 million project. But I don't know if you've noticed, it doesn't and isn't doing anything, and it won't do anything until 2030 at the earliest. Good? Spalding is a town of around 31,000 people, and it's unfortunately located right on the A16, a busy route for heavy goods vehicles running from Peterborough to Boston and then onto the docks at Grimsby, and of course it's the same in reverse. Being such a vital route, you'd expect the road to be a nice chunky dual carriageway to be able to cope with all of that traffic, but no, it's crap, and this has been causing a few issues for Spalding, so a plan was put together to solve the problem, but I don't think it's going to help all that much. What they came up with was dubbed the Western Relief Road, and it's to run from the A1175 around the town to connect up with Spalding Road, and at first glance it looks like a very useful addition for the residents of Spalding. Because the road crosses over a railway, roads and drainage channels, various junctions and bridges will need to be built, with construction of the road split into 5 sections, and they decided to start at the end with section 5, presumably because it involved building the bridge we're looking at today, which is a whole lot of work. Construction of Section 5 began in early 2022 and consists of approximately 0.6 miles of road with a T-junction where the road will later be extended, and of course there's our bridge, which the locals have nicknamed the Bridge to Nowhere. The bridge carries the road over a busy railway that runs from Peterborough to Doncaster, and I couldn't find any details on its method of construction or the materials used, but do we really care? It's a modern bridge. There's some steel box sections no doubt and a bit of concrete. Certainly there's nothing of a design or architectural interest to speak of, and it doesn't matter anyway because no one will be using the bridge until at least 2030 because councils are idiots. After no doubt years of expensive planning and meetings, the entire project was given the green light. They'd start with Section 5, then Section 1 and then link it all together. Happy days. Yeah, just one small tiny problem. It's probably not a problem, but it might be a problem. They haven't got the money. All they could afford to build was Section 5. OK, fine, so they got on with that, but as for the rest of the road, well, the council gambled a bit. They figured that if they wait to start the project, the costs will only increase, and yeah, that's probably fair enough, so the sooner things get done, the better. So they started on Section 5, and whilst it was under construction, they'd set about securing the funding for the remainder of the project. They had a look down the back of the council office's sofa and scraped together about £28 million. Not bad. But not great either. The total cost of the project is estimated to be £110 million. Take off 50 for the bridge and whatnot, then there's the 28 million that they've got. That leaves only £32 million to find, which they haven't. But what we're now going to do is take the £28 million that they do have and reallocate it to a completely different road building project because the budgets on that are spiralling out of control, leaving sweet f*** all for the Western Relief Road. Bugger. And that's it. The council say the funding isn't available to complete the project, and at best they might be able to do a bit more in 2028, but it won't be finished until at least 2030. The thing is, even when finished, it might not matter all that much. Whilst it's named the Western Relief Road, it's very unlikely to relieve anything because if completed, the road will run through a huge area that is likely to be redeveloped into housing. So you're back to square one. But that's not the only thing. Here's a railway. It's the same one that required the bridge to be built, but I'm a short distance down the road because one day soon there might be a huge rail freight depot or terminal built right about here, and whilst it's not in Spalding, it's perfectly positioned for heavy goods vehicles to use the new relief road as they head to and from the depot. Add in that new housing and all of a sudden, even if they did build it, the £110 million relief road won't be relieving anything. But that's a problem for when or if they build the road. The bridge and short section of road has officially been mothballed, requiring regular costly maintenance, no doubt, because otherwise the structure would fall into a state of disrepair and need to be built again, which might happen actually. They built it on the fens and we all know how that works out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.